I always wanted to be able to do this. To land, I've done that a few times, but I've never been able to do the backflip and recover. So I was like, yeah, I did it. Amazing. I couldn't even do it with the analog. Landed a few times, but I've never been able to do the backflip and catch myself. So we'll see some more attempts later. But we are back with the HDZero all-in-one, and I have to say, I've been a little too harsh on it in my last video. Just because. So I did what I said I'd do. We've gone to the park and we're having a HDZero Bonanza Day. So this is not the all-in-one. This is my original where I built whoops with the two boards. So this is the whoop light. And we're flying it around, and I was able to learn a lot of things. I think I did like 3 packs on this, and then I forgot my my battery died, and then I didn't get to fly the all-in-one at the park. But right now we're at 25 milliwatts, and already starting the comparison, I learned that the all-in-one has much better range and penetration than the Whoop Light original, I guess. Because on 25 milliwatt, remember all this breakup? Like you can see, it's kind of sketchy. And this is, I think, like what's always kind of bothered me with HDZero. Like I can fly through analog better than I can fly through Seizure Town. But that's just that. But I was ultra harsh, I think. I think I just naturally am a little bit pessimistic. Like, I'm just like, most people are bad and the world's going to crap and we're wasting everything. And like, you know what I mean? Just in general, I'm one of those people that thinks that most people are not that good and the most products are like, I don't get super excited about things, you know? I do love FPV and everything, but it's just, it's hard to excite me. And then when I do get a bit excited, like I was kind of excited. So I think I maybe expected more, or I just wasn't as grateful. So I had to really go and like put it through its paces. And I have to say that like my view has totally changed. I do really, really like the all-in-one a lot more than I think I let it out to. Because here we go, we're going with that other one, and I can move the weight, but you'll see like on the next takeoff, like when you're taking off, it is kind of struggling to carry that weight. This isn't the all-in-one. This is my like home brew with the 1102s, and I like it, but it's like you have to kind of keep that momentum. You have to keep it kind of like moving, and you have to carry that weight, and you're always kind of using the throttle and momentum to keep that smoothness. But if you don't have enough throttle and momentum, you start dropping, and the battery goes pretty quickly, which we're looking at everything today. And the range, right? So I think after I put it to 200 and you do see a difference, I think it'd be neat if HDZero had like the in-between, because it's like I hate running things at full power. So I wish that HDZero kind of did the 100 milliwatt so that I could run my VTX at kind of half power. I've always wondered why it's like 25 milliwatts or 200 milliwatts. Like give me the in-between, or give us some 400 milliwatts so that we can keep it at 200 milliwatts. Flight. Okay, see how it like wobbles when I take off? We got a first pack in, now we're getting more confident, and we're going to try and hit some more little holes and stuff. Flying into playground, I do try to be ultra careful of people's feelings. You know, they're with their kids at the park and stuff. I don't want to bother anyone. You know, I like bothering people, I do, but not really kids at the park. That's like a little bit of a too low. I try not to go that low. You know, I'm a little bit, sketchy, but I'm not like following people's little kids with my camera. School kids, they like it, but like, little kids with their parents, and that too. Sometimes like as I'm flying, like I'll hear the parents and they'll be like, "Oh my God, look, isn't that cool?" And if they say that, then I entertain them. Like, yeah, look, it's a drone here. And these kids are like going home from school and they're like, oh, it's sick. And where's it go? Where's the guy that's flying it? No. And I'm doing my little flippy flips around wires. And this drone, it is like, you have to keep, like I said, you have to keep it moving. If you don't keep it moving, it's a lot harder to control. Because there's certain, like with an analog, you can fly it really slowly and you can recover really quick. With this one, it's like if you do a trick at the wrong time with not enough throttle, you're going to hit the ground. So it is a little bit tricky to kind of like keep that flow going. And that's another thing I'm trying to work on this year. I'm trying to work on being able to just keep the drone going and start being able to do these, like, you know, where you do like a power loop, you pass a tree and then you power loop through a fork in the tree or something like that. I want to start like being able to do the bubby stuff, you know? So that's the goal of maybe this year. Start being able to do more like Bubby. It's a very nice Barbie dress, baby. Avery made a Barbie dress and she just showed it to me. There's my kid. That's my kid. I'm allowed to create my kid. Okay, look at the voltage, right? Now the voltage is dropping and it's dropping fast. So it's gone. Boom, third and final flight. So now we're feeling more confident. So let's go. Let's go find some people to bother. And not even bother. Like, it's just a cute little drone. People see it and they smile. They're smiling. They're like, "Oh, look, it's a drone." And that's kind of what I live for. Like that's there's wanting to get better. There's wanting to do tricks, but then there's also like, I don't want to get my drone stuck in a tree. I don't want to have to, like, you know, then I'm thinking we're going to get to where I was thinking, like, maybe I'll do a trippy spin. But then I'm just like, if I do a trippy spin and I screw up, I'm going to have to go and, like, walk to get it. So I don't want to practice trippy spins unless there's a really long pole to work. Yeah, see, that's the high. And they're, like, smiling. And there's a baby. There's a mama with a baby. I didn't bother her. See, notice that? I gave her her piece. And now there's the trees. These are like, I call them the Star Wars trees because they like remind me of, to go back to the lady with her dogs. That was special. This was special. It's like, they're like, look at me and my dogs. I'm protecting my dogs. Like, why do you take your dogs to the park? Who is calling me? Who brings their dogs to the park and then holds them like that? Like, I don't understand. Okay, basketball people. They do that look. Sometimes, like, they react to it and they're, like, excited. And then other times, like, these guys react to it. They're excited. They got their little school project. And other times people, they act like they don't care. But then you see them, like, stealthily, like, looking for it. And then some people try to grab it. Some people try to shoo it away. That guy wanted me to land on his hand, but I wasn't going to do that for risk of them taking my drone, which cannot happen. No one can take my drone. Now that has the time up there. Did the other one have the time? Yeah, I bumped it up to 200 milliwatts, so we're not in Rainbow Land anymore. But I do prefer flying VTXs at lower power, especially when they're built into the board, because I don't want to fry my VTX. I don't want to have a non-working drone, so I just think it's always better to not push it to the limit. Do it with your flying, and there is something to like this guy was really cool with the drone, and there is something to believing. Like, sometimes you just got to believe you can do something and then just try and do it, because if you don't believe in yourself, then you will fail for sure. But see, if you believe you can do like power loop and stuff, then you can. So you have to kind of have this mindset of you are able to do it and just kind of go with it. And that will make you a lot better faster, and you will be able to like do a lot more. See, now like the battery's going down and we're getting a little bit of voltage sag. So I'm just landing so that I don't lose it like the last pack. Hitting the gaps. And we're going to try and do the thing I've always wanted to do. I also messed around with like the camera colors, I think, a bit. I can't get this drone to go into 4:3 mode, and I do not know why. I went into menus, I followed the stuff. Yeah, like one of the first tries I did it, but I didn't get the, see, I almost got to flip. And then it landed in the, sorry, like I do a video and then 100 people are trying to call me. There's some guy asking me about getting rats because I got rats and mice for my, for snakes and reptiles, like I'm a reptile breeder. And we get rid of all this, I can't get rid of the stupid line either. So yeah, you see, I'm trying to do this thing a lot. So this is like crash testing. So we got a lot of crash testing. I want to make this, why can't I make this go away? Go away. There we go. So now we're trying to do our backflip off of it. And oh, that's our succeed. So we finally did it. So I did it though that last time and it went in the flower pot. And then when I tried to take off from the flower pot, it put dirt everywhere. Big trouble for that from Mama. Yeah, it was me. Okay. Shh. Yeah. So now that I did it, I'm feeling confident. I'm like, I'm going to hit all the little gaps now. All the little gaps outside. And give this one a proper rip because we didn't get to like go outside and give this one a proper rip. Yeah, so I'm trying, yeah, I tried to get the camera to work. Okay, so see over here, we're on 25 milliwatts now. So for all of these flights, I'm on 25 milliwatts. And I'm able to get way further than I could with the other. Remember the other drone, like half this distance on 25 milliwatts was like rainbowing. Now, with this camera, it is more like, it's not as clear. And it's kind of, I'd say it's like almost more seizure inducing, but look at the whoop, like the little whoop guards. I think they look really nice. The definition in the ducts, like it almost looks like the ducts might be more focused than the outside. And now we're having a lot more fun because this thing carries the weight a lot better. It's a lot easier to kind of do stuff and you're not lugging around as much weight. This guy was like, this was the best part of the whole thing. You made it. Congratulations. We annoyed someone with our little whoop. Get out of here. It's like, no, I'm never going to leave you. We're going to be best friends forever. I'm going to turn you into a video star. No, I left him. I didn't. I probably wouldn't have left him as soon if I wasn't worried about losing my video, but we found a new one. Dun 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 dun. Mexican delivery man. He's bringing you your tacos. Yes, tacos for everyone. And we say hi to the ice cream man. Hello, Mr. Ice Cream Man. Oh, he's like, hey there. What a nice and wholesome interaction. And we're happy. We're flipping, we're spinning, and we're not having that that terrible prop wash. We're actually able to recover so much better with this thing. And I am really starting. Now, I would enjoy a discus more. But see what I mean? Positive interaction, and you hang out, you show the kids, or you whatever, right? The nice thing with the Whoop is just that it's so unintrusive, which means you can be even more intrusive with it. It's kind of, here, that's where I'm like, I'm going to do a trippy spin. And I'm like, I don't want to pick up my drone. Do you ever feel like that, where it's like, you kind of want to get better, but then you just don't want to leave your seat? The time when I'm flying downtown, I can't do sketchy stuff because I don't want to, break my drone. But I should like practice more and like learn how to trippy spin. That's one of the things I got to learn how to do. But we're working on our power loops and getting smoother so that we can kind of like just see something and kind of flow into it. Like failed by the tree, but lots of fast recoveries, like lots of like where you hit something and it's like it's unfazed. It just keeps going. More children's to say hi to. Hello, how's it going? What's up? Hope you had a good day at school. And just, oh, I have a nice tune. I have a nice tune. If you go into my beginner playlist, you can take my tune and you can stick it on anything. It's in the beginner playlist. It's PIDs and whatever. So you just put those on your drone and it'll fly way better. But you also make sure that you get those RPM filters on first. RPM filters, they cut a lot of noise out of the flights. There we go. Woo, we did it. We caught ourselves even though it was steep and we went in again. Yay. And that stupid branch is still there. But that was not smooth, but we're working on it. But yeah, the RPM filtering, somebody in one of my other groups posted a thing showing like the difference in like noise in the electronics compared to like filtering and not filtering. And there's a lot of noise if you don't have those RPM filters on. So you people that like to just fly your drone and not mess with it that much, you're missing out on a lot if you don't have a nice tune and RPM filters on. And this is scary. Like that does not inspire confidence. Like, I want to do tree dives, but it's like I can't see. And see, this is the mom with the baby isn't there because it's the next day. And there's kitty kids. RPM filters, you need RPM filters, and you need my tune. So you go into my beginner playlist, and there's a video, and it says, this will make you fly better. This will make you fly amazing. And that'll teach you how to put the RPM filters on. And then after the RPM filters, you're going to find the PIDs and put those on, and then your drone's going to fly amazing. There, basically, I had to stand up and come closer so that I could get my video signal back and get it back from under the car. But still, 25 milliwatts. And I think that the next flight, I put it up to 200 because I was like, yeah, see, I stood up and I came closer. But now I put, that was still like 2.5 minutes. Now I put it on 200 milliwatts to see if it would be clear here. And I think it was. Yeah, I think it's clear because I got stuck under the car and I couldn't get it back without standing up to come see it. But now we're working on, oh, I thought we were going to do some Matty flips. And we saw some more people to say hi to. See, like, Canadians has their fair share of big people as well. Not just America. We got some big ones too. Woo! Power loop the bench. And you know what? Like I've gotten a little bit too big myself. I've gone there. So you know, I've been too skinny, I've been too chunky. You gotta get to the gym and take care of yourself. It's the best thing you can do for yourself, for your confidence, for your emotions, for your, you know, self-esteem and everything. Try and eat a little bit cleaner and hit the gym. Yeah. Okay. Back to 20 milliwatts, 25 milliwatts. Because it's just, I have, like with the HDZero, there is a difference between 25 and 200. But the 200, the 25 is, the 200 is more necessary on the Whoop Light board because we'd be rainbowing like crazy right now. But with the all-in-one, the 25 milliwatts, it's pretty fantastic and impressive. If anybody does know, like if it's a lot, you know, harsher on it with heat or anything, I don't know if any of you have like looked into the heat and seen, if you looked into the heat and seen the temperatures, like if the 200 milliwatts is quite a bit hotter, because I do know these HDZero electronics seem to get hotter than analog ones. And now we have this confidence and we're starting to really want to be able to like go past the tree and actually do that, but like do it as like a power loop, like just get more aggressive and smooth. I want to be able to like go past something, do a backwards flip and then go through the gap. Blue did it with his little Kirobi drone. And like, I want to start being able to do that more. And I think Whoops is a great way to practice getting that like flow and being able to do those movements and tricks, because it's a lot harder, I think, to break it. And then once you get used to the movements and are able to do it with a little whoop, then it's going to be so much easier to do it with a toothpick. But if you were to do all that practice with a toothpick, it's also be easier to, like, you know, break your props and stuff. This is fun. We get the dog to go around its owner while they're looking at their phone. You always have like little missions, like see if you can get people to say hi to you, or see if you can pester their dogs, or get someone to swat you. I don't know. It's just human interaction is one of the most interesting things in the world. Like, what's more interesting than another human being? You know, most human beings are kind of boring. What's more interesting than another human being? Like, science. Well, just think about this. If you know, were stuck in a room, it could go both ways. Like, to me, it'd almost be like, if I was stuck in a room, I'd be so much happier. Like, if I could have one thing in there with me, it'd be another person. But then having one person with you, like, they could also be the type of person where, like, if they're stuck with me, they're like, this is the worst. I wish I was alone. This guy doesn't shut up. And what a beautiful finish. Well, so see, I love my all-in-one. We get 3 minutes of ripping, even if we land at a safe voltage. And I've changed my mind. I really like it. Boom! If you enjoyed that, or if you enjoy anything, make sure that you're subscribed. Go into the description or go to my homepage and check out my website. I have like a nice little guide. I have stuff that I sell, but then I also just have some written information with all my favorite parts. And if you're just starting, it's like a nice little, you go past the first half, start at the radios. From there, as a beginner, you can learn about all the, like, have links to all the products to get, so that you get the best products right away instead of having to do all the experimentation and stuff like I have. And if you find this stuff useful and you want to help me out, consider joining the $2 Patreon club or even more. It'd be really greatly appreciated, as YouTube basically makes me so little. But I love doing this, though. I love making videos. I love hanging out with you guys. Thanks for being amazing. Have a great weekend. Check out the Tiny Whoop Masterclass to learn more about whoops. And yeah, thanks for hanging out.